All right, everyone. I just wanted to make this video to show you how to create this design that we've been working on in Pixlr. I just wanted to show you how to actually put this together so that you know how to do it and you're not confused. So first off, you can go to Google Classroom, and in Google Classroom, you can see all of these different images that I'm going to be using for this design. The reason why I'm using this one is because it goes along with a tutorial video, so that way it's a little bit easier to follow and you can understand the steps. But I'm just going to kind of walk through how to create this. As I'm doing this, you can follow along. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new document. We're going to go to print and we're going to make it 11 by 17. The title of this is going to be DX, which stands for double exposure. And then we're going to turn on the background so it's white. So very simply, we're just going to have a vertical workspace. It looks something like this. Now, as we start, we're going to need to bring in a couple of images to get going. The first image that we're going to bring in is the picture of the woman that we just uploaded. So I have this right here. We're going to take this image and we're going to expand it so it fits all the way inside of the actual workspace. One thing to keep in mind is put it on fixed and not free, so that way your image stays exactly the same when you resize it. It doesn't need to go all the way to the top. This is perfect. So once we have this, we're going to go over to our AI cutout. And we're going to do an auto cutout, and it's going to get rid of everything else in the background of our design. So that's part one of the design. So we're all set with that. Now we're going to go add in our next thing here. So I'm going to add in the next image. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to scroll down to find the background image that was in the design, and it's this right here, which is the mountain. Make sure you download the biggest version that we uploaded. I downloaded 2 versions, so let me just get this one. There we go. All right. So now what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to make it bigger, but I'm also going to make it transparent because I want to see what the design is going to look like when I add both of these 2 elements on top. So I'm going to really expand it, make it bigger so it could fill up most of the space, because this image is going to be inside of the silhouette of this figure. So I'm going to line it up like that so the mountain part is kind of like in the face, and then we're just going to do some light edits. So this looks good to me. I'm going to bring back my opacity so that it's all set. I'm just going to make this slightly bigger so it covers everything. All right. So the next step to this, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to duplicate my face. I'm also going to label these. So I'm labeling these as face and landscape, so I have 2 different things here. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be duplicating the face. I'm going to take the copy of the face and I'm going to bring it on top, so I have something like this. Now, before I go into doing anything else, I want to just adjust some of the colors of these 2. So I'm just going to go to filter, I'm going to go to effect library. I'm just going to make these kind of like a black and white type of color so that things are a little bit easier for me to see. So I'm going to start off with that one, and then in this filter I'm also going to add the same filter onto this one. All right, so I have both of my images here. There's one, there's the other one. Now we're going to duplicate. The copy of the face is going to go on top. So we should have kind of a sandwich. There should be a face, landscape, and then another face. What we're going to do next is we're going to go to the settings. I'm going to go to blend mode. I'm going to go all the way down to mask. And what this is going to do is it's going to take the picture that's behind my figure of my female, and then it's going to kind of cut it out and make an image window. Once I have that, like, it's kind of all set, but you could go back and adjust it and change things if you want to. Just make sure you're on the layer of the actual picture. You don't want to move things too much with this. All right, I'm just going to leave this. I'm not going to mess with it too much because I kind of like the way it is. So once I have that, I'm just going to merge down. And the way that you know this is right is once you merge it down, the background is going to be white again. So this is kind of the first part of my design. Everything's looking good right now. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to change this from copy of face to inside. I'm going to take this face and duplicate it one more time, and I'm going to bring that right to the top. So now that I have this, I'm going to do that same blend mode effect again. This time I'm going to try lighten. So I'm going to go to lighten, and oh yeah, we got some nice things that are happening there. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to lower the opacity so that we could see a little bit more of the mountain than the figure, because in a second we're going to be erasing and removing different parts of this.